Hey guys, UC here from iTradePrice. It is a little before 10 p.m. Eastern, Sunday night, May 21st. I know I have not made these videos in the past 2 weeks, just been busy with stuff and kids, so well, here I am. So QQQ, weekly view. Let's just take a quick look for the monthly chart. I know we're still week and a half left before the month is over, but just to kind of give us an idea of where we are in terms of the monthly charts, right? So if you look at it in the monthly view, this is where we got these rejections from. Anytime we try to make a move above that, right? But this time around, we did make a move above 324, right? So this is a nice, and we so far are sustaining this move. Of course, it can all change by the month, by the time month is over. But right now, it looks pretty good, right? So if we get a close above 338, I think the next monthly levels that we can target are 371, so that would be quite a move. But let's break it down a little bit. So here's the weekly view. Still nice up channel, right? No weekly red bar saw any downside follow through, so that's good in itself, right? And this past week month bar was a bullish trend bar, right? So we opened the week pretty low right here, and we closed the week towards the high end of its range. So that's a trend bar. That means it's pretty bullish, right? So now I think we can use a little bit of consolidation here just to absorb the sellers, because this is a significant level, 338. So if we can absorb some sellers, you know, kind of pull back towards 334. Not, you know, it doesn't even matter if 332 is not bad either. So 334, 332, that's a nice healthy pullback, and then make the move back above 338 to target 348. Back test of this broken trend line can be also a setup as well. From volume perspective, not bad as well. All these green days, we saw above average volumes, which is nice. So all good here, right? In an hourly view, looks like 332, yeah, is a good pullback level if we get to see that. Even 330 to 328 is not bad as well. A little bit deeper, but that would be a good setup for even a nice strong bounce from that area, if we get that, of course. But yeah, let's take a look at SPY. Let's check out the weekly chart. Here's the weekly view. Relatively speaking, not as strong as QQQ, but still okay, right? The structure high is around 432, 431.8. That's where we saw rejections in the past, right? So that would be a level to target on further strength above 421, right? On the pullback, if we see, okay, let's get into a daily view for a little bit of pullback. So this is the level we broke above, right? This downtrend line that we had. Nice volume increase all 3 days, so not bad. Higher highs, higher lows, that's all good. So I would say if we get a pullback somewhere around 416, that's a nice pullback. That's the high of this bar, high of the structure here. So definitely that can be a touch point, and we can see a nice move back to the upside if we see that pullback, right? So keep that in mind. 421 and above, we have 432 as the next major target. We got some touch points here, but you know, that's where the structure high is. That becomes your natural upside target. Okay, so let's take a look at Amazon higher view weekly chart. Let's zoom out a little bit. So not bad. Good upside move as it broke above 105, right? From the weekly chart perspective, no bearish trend bar, right? I mean, any red bar you see, it's was like a doji bar. This one had a little bit of body, but nothing too aggressive on the downside. We got nice hammer bars all the way, bullish trend bars closed above this recent structure high. So if we take this channel right here, I think this is the level that you can target still on the upside, because that's where we saw some rejections, right? So that's where probably all the stops are sitting, are people who are short on the longer term basis. So 121, 122 can be in picture. In a daily view, we had this nice purple channel that we were trading in, right? Kind of oscillating here, and now we're above that. We kind of back tested this on Friday. Let's see if we see a little bit of weakness, a doji bar right here. Monday, Tuesday kind of time frame, maintains structure above 114. That's your nice pullback towards 121, right? Giving up 114 is, of course, weakness, and I think we can go towards 112 to 111-ish. That can be the level, because that's where the look at this one. This recent structure lows are right here, so that's where, you know, a lot of people are long on a short-term basis. So that's where your price can gravitate towards on weakness. Okay. All right. Apple, nice weekly view, right? Still good uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, no bearish structure, no weakness, right? Just because something is going up and is you know, close to its structure high does not mean an automatic short, right? This can just kind of blast through this one like this, you know, take the shorts out and short covering, but definitely not a, I would say not a fresh long position on a swing trade basis, right? Yes, you can, you really want to make sure that you get this on a pullback if you want to swing trade this name, right? Because, well, but getting above this purple trend line was nice, bullish structure on a daily basis. I know since after the earnings we were just consolidating, and this chart was not breaking down, right? It was maintaining its price above 170, right, all the time. This was the structure high. Once we broke above that after the earnings, it maintained the price structure above that, and you know, we saw a nice move to the upside towards 176. Above that we have 179, and a little bit up above that if you keep this trend line in the mind, right? Good volume as well, so not bad. Okay, let's take a look at Tesla. I know it's everybody's favorite name, or it was. Weekly view, again, relatively weaker name, right? But still gave you good trades, I would say. So here's the purple channel you see is a sort of a, you know, medium to long term view, right? It is trading in that, oops, sorry, it is trading in that way, right? But we do have a little bit of up channel here going on in a daily view. If I bring that up, right, this is, so I'd say if we can get above that channel, right, above this 183, the high of this bar, then we can target 189, right? A breakout above that. If we get a rejection here, some sort of a doji looking bar, you know, bearish with a, you know, long top wick, something like that, that means it has, you know, this channel top trend line is providing resistance, and we can see a little bit of pullback towards 177, which is the high of this bar. It was a resistance once we broke above that, so not bad. And if we break down below that, then naturally the bottom channels, the channel's bottom trend line becomes your target towards the downside, right? So still okay, not bad, but I would say as long as it's above 176 here, or even 174, right? Any move to the downside would be considered a pullback, right? So multiple ways that you can trade that, of course, on an intraday basis. Okay. NVIDIA, very nice looking chart on a weekly basis. This beast has not stopped at all. Still in a nice uptrend. Yeah, I mean, no weekly bar sees any downside follow through. Still overall higher highs, higher lows. This was sort of a flag break that we saw towards 318. If I zoom out a little bit, you know, 346 is my target. I'm holding calls for this name. So let's see. I think that's the structure high. We you know, the momentum is there. It can definitely get there. We have earnings this week, so but not a place to be a fresh long bull. But if you want to see a pullback on this name, I would say 295 is a healthy pullback. Who knows if we get there or not, but that's where the risk and reward is in your favor, not before that. So, all right. Google, I think it was already made its move, and look at this. So this is where we broke down from, and then it tried to move back up towards above this level 123, 124. Couldn't do it, got rejected again, and then it just kind of made its way back up here after a few months of trading. And now we got a little bit of top wick here, some rejection, and couldn't close above 124. So again, not totally bearish on this name, but I think we can see a little bit of pullback back towards 116 on this one, which won't be bad. So there are multiple ways again to play this name. One of that could be again a move back towards back test of this broken trend line, and then you can go along this 116 level, right, that it broke out of, because we had a structure high right there. Let's take a look at the daily view. So yeah, or if you want to take a short position, it's not that bad. Then your stop loss can be the high of this Friday bar, right? 126, even maybe a little bit up above that, 127, 128 kind of thing, and see if you can target 116 level, right? That can be a trade as well, because that's where we broke out of and consolidated and tested that level multiple times before we ran up. Okay, let's check out Netflix. This was a great trade this past week. Caught it at a very nice level. So from a weekly perspective, right, we still have some room, I would say, till 380, maybe 397. If I zoom out a little bit, that's where we have this past price where it got rejected from, so that becomes your natural upside target on further strength above 380, right? But if we see a little rejection from 380, then definitely we can move back towards 350, 355-ish, right? So let's get into a daily view. So the trade that really paid nicely this past week was this where we saw a breakout. Oops, sorry, let me select it again. So yeah, we saw a breakout above this trend line, right? And then we waited for the couple of days for the price to retest this level. This doji bar was a nice entry point, and we saw a nice move back above that, and then a gap up, and boom, right? Good volume. So yeah, that was a nice looking. So now I think if you want to see a pullback, right? So this high, draw a line. 350, 355 can be your target. This could be an uptrend line as well. Something like that can play out. Okay. For which one? Microsoft. Okay. Nice bullish looking chart here in the daily view, in a weekly view again. Closed above its recent structure, which was right here. Not bad, right? This was the resistance. Now it managed to close above this one as well, but it's kind of looking stretchy. So again, not a place for fresh longs. I would wait for a pullback if you want to swing trade this name. But if this continues to move up and you are a risk taker, of course, intraday trades are different, right? Where you look for an intraday pullback on supports and stuff like that. But if you want a deeper pullback, then you want some sort of higher conviction trades where there's multiple reasons for you to be long, where you want looking for a trend line, confluence of a trend line and a price support. More than one or two reasons for you to take a long position. So the structure high, if we break out above 325 as well, is not until 345, 344 level, right? That's where the COVID highs are. So we're getting close to that, right? Nice uptrend. So all looking good there. Daily bars are also fine. No daily bar sees any significant downside, right? Even the daily bars you see are all sort of overlapping. That tells us that there's not enough juice force for the shorts to take the price down. And anytime they see price gets down, buyers step in and see it as an opportunity to push the price back up. Okay, so that's good. So here's the chart of BA. BA has been consolidating for the past few months, or maybe since the start of this year, between 215 and 190. I would say a very $25 range, right? So on a on a higher time frame, it's sideways, right? But if you zoom out further, it's all right. It's kind of I don't know, flaggish, sideways, whatever you want to call it, consolidation mode, right? Because you don't see a breakdown below 192 and you don't see a breakout above 215, right? So, but there's a good range that you can play this name in, right? So if I zoom in a little bit into a daily view, we nicely broke out above this sort of trend line, right here, and then we are back testing this one. So let's see if we see a push back up, see a doji bar here, and then a bullish move back up. That's your signal to get long, right, towards 212, 215, right? Of course, you keep on increasing your stop loss because you never know. This chart can just go weak, right? Your stop loss can be 202, something like that, because that's where the low of this bullish trend bar is, right? Because that's where you saw a recent breakout from, right? This one. So this could be your stop loss. We're back testing this one via doji bar or something like that. That's your signal to go long, right? So all good there. If you have any questions, feedback, please do not hesitate to email or ask me on Twitter or Discord. All right. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week and happy trading. Thank you.